Welcome to the Great Summer Math Mix-Up 2024. This week we're playing Knock Off the Clock, a simple dice game. It's a simple setup today. All you need is paper, pencil, dice. In your paper you're going to want to write the numbers 1 through 12 in the shape of a clock. After you have 1 through 12 written on your paper in the shape of a clock, and honestly if you have older kids you can just write the numbers out and not put it in a clock shape. Each person will roll 2 dice at a time. Using the numbers on each dice, you can add, subtract, multiply, or divide to make each of the 12 numbers on the clock. If you have a roll that you cannot make a remaining number, you must skip that turn. The first person to knock off all numbers win. For an alternative, you can play this as a race or play it one at a time. If it's a race, make sure each person writes down the number and operations that they use to knock off each clock number. Think about if there are numbers that will be easier and harder to make. This time around, I did knock off the clock by myself because I had no kids and nobody to play with. Very lonely. As I went through, I found some numbers were definitely easier to get than others. I did write down what combination I was using for each number to make sure that I was thinking it through, and honestly, I'm competitive and I wanted to learn and make sure that I could do well when I played against somebody next time. For younger learners, I highly recommend doing this as an every other game so you can talk about your thinking and your reasoning through using the 2 numbers that you roll. For older kids, make this a race. It is so much fun, but make sure that they are writing down the numbers and operations they're using to knock off the clock because you don't want any cheaters winning. For an extra challenge, have 3 dice and you can add, subtract, multiply, and divide the 3 dice and mix and match the operations. It's an extra fun challenge. For the littlest ones, have them roll the dice and count the dots on the dice. It's a great exercise in learning their numbers. As always, we love to hear how your game went. Leave a comment below and let us know which numbers were the hardest combination to come up with. Or if you did a race, how fun was it and how fast did you knock off